Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Before we start, please hit that subscribe button. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping I can get there really soon, so please subscribe down below and let's hop into the vid. Today I thought I would discuss some of the spring and summer trends that I've been seeing for 2020. I myself can't afford, what's being walked down the runway. So I thought that I would style some of the trends that I'm seeing. And a lot of these trends I actually somehow still own because obviously trends are recycled year after year, or every 5 years you kind of see the same things pop up. So I'm really happy that I've held on to a couple of things. I almost let go of stuff. This is why I don't purge very often, because I don't have the money to rebuy things all the time, and I kind of just know that things are going to get recycled trend-wise. And so I wrote a bunch of them down, and then I scoured my closet, and I seem to have a lot of things that I can kind of work with, or basically are the trend, which is great because I can't really go out and shop right now. This video is a series because I wanted to kind of break it down a little. It's kind of heavy. There's a lot of trends that I wanted to cover. So I think I'm going to do like a 3-part. This is part 1, and then part 2 will be the second half of the trends, and then part 3 is actually going to be accessories. The first trend I'm going to cover is crochet, not your grandma look. I think crochet is a really interesting texture to use, especially when we're, trying to be a little bit more ethical. The fashion industry is trying to change a little bit. They're definitely, it's quite wasteful. It damages the earth quite a bit, so I think it's really interesting. Crochet is a slower process. It's very back to our roots. You can use a lot of different materials, organic cotton, hemp, the list goes on. I think it's super cool and interesting, and it kind of just reminds you of the earth when you wear something like crochet. I know that sounds so silly, but it does, because it's usually natural fabrics that you're working with. I think it'd be really interesting to see crochet done in something other than your typical beach cover-up. You're gonna see it in shirts and hopefully shorts. I think that would be really cute. I'm excited to see it worn this summer on the streets. I love living in a city like Toronto because you really do get to see a lot of people express themselves in their streetwear. I somehow had a couple of items in my closet. One of them in particular I've held on to for years, I've had forever. Like I mentioned before, I don't throw things away. I'm a bit of a clothing hoarder, but hey, it comes in handy when you're doing things like this. So the first look is a dress that I actually picked up from Value Village. It's BCBG collection. I can't believe that somebody gave this dress away. It's in pristine condition for a lace white dress. I paired it with vintage brown boots that I have. I really like the brown and white together. It looks a little bit more bohemian. It kind of has that romantic but edginess to it still. That's something that I find that I like to do a lot, is to pair really girly sort of romantic styled items with edgier pieces. That's something that I like, that juxtaposition in my wardrobe, and I do that a lot. So I paired it with that, and then I paired it with a light tan Coach bag just to kind of pull in the brown tones. I like my dark hair with the look. I think it's just really nice and earthy, and it brings the dress down from being kind of dressy to more of a casual everyday. I would wear this to brunch or whatever I have going on, and then at night I would possibly switch out the shoes, or I could wear this to a bar easily as long as I'm not spilling anything on myself. Then I'm good to go. The next look for crochet, I have owned this dress for quite some time now. I think I got it for $6 at Value Village. It's one of those hand knit crochet dresses. You find these dresses a lot when you go on resort vacations like Cuba or Mexico. A lot of vendors sell dresses like this, so you can definitely get one at a really good price, and I'm sure that's where it came from, but I found it at Value Village. And it's funny because I feel most people wear those on the beach as a cover up, and you don't really think of it as an everyday outfit, but I think it's very wearable, especially now that crochet is a thing. You'll probably see a lot of it on the streets. So I kind of amped it up a little bit by adding more materials, some denim and leather in the shoes, and a brown kind of earthy tone again to kind of make it ride along that hippie vibe a little bit. I really like that bohemian style with a bit of an edge. And then I popped on a red suede bag. Again, another texture added. It just adds like a pop of color, and a denim coat for a cover up because it is spring. It may be a little bit chillier and the midriff is open in this knit, so definitely gonna need a cover. So I thought adding, you know, more texture and kind of bringing down that girliness with those like edgier, more textured pieces is something I like to do a lot. The third look that I have for crochet is this pink top that I've owned literally forever. I can't even tell you when I bought it. I think I was like 14 or 15. Clearly my height has not changed. Nothing's really changed. I'm kind of the same person. So it's kind of fun to hang on to things like that. I haven't worn it in years, but I put it on for this video and I was like, why haven't I worn this shirt? I love it and I used to wear it all the time. I paired this crochet shirt with a pair of white denim to kind of make that like baby pink pop. And it just looks like nice and crisp and clean and very like springy and bright. And then I paired it with a brown floral shoe that I actually got at Topshop for like $10 a couple of years back on like a mega sale, which was crazy. And they're so cute. They're like this pointy toe kitten heel, and they're like wicker. It just makes me feel like picnic vibes. They're so adorable. And then to kind of match the shoe in with the look, I popped on that suede beige Coach vintage bag again, just to kind of again add more texture. It kind of ties in the shoes, adds a little bit more of an edge than all of the girliness that is going on, but it's obviously not bad to be girly. You can dress girly, as they say, in pink and flowers and still look trendy and not too juvenile. So that, my friends, is how I would style crochet. The second trend I'm going to talk about are vests. It's super random and interesting that a vest is coming back. Why did I say vest? I don't know. Like something like a suit, like part of the three pieces of a suit as like a shirt. That's the wind. Oh my gosh, it's so windy outside. Vests are really interesting because it's kind of like, it can be like a take on menswear. Men generally wear a three-piece suit more than a woman would, so it's kind of interesting to see a woman in such a masculine piece twisted into like a feminine style. I think that'll be really interesting, especially worn as like a tank top kind of look for summer. I think would be really cool. It does kind of remind me like circa maybe 2005 when like Mary-Kate and Ashley and like Nicole Richie were wearing vests. I think it's really interesting that vests are coming back, and I really am looking forward to wearing this vest as a shirt, as like a sequined like kind of tank top, and then I paired it with a pair of denim cutoffs, which I think is really interesting. Again, that like juxtaposition of like fancy sequins with like rugged denim. I just love that look. And then being able to wear it daytime, I threw on a pair of sneakers. These are the platforms from Vans that I love so much because they give me just a teensy bit of height. And I popped on the fringe bag that I have to give it, again, a little bit of that bohemian vibe that you're slightly getting with the sequined vest. So this is a look that I'm really excited to wear. I cannot wait for it to get warm enough so I can wear shorts and like no sleeves. Same thing with the blue sequined vest. I just threw on a pair of denim pants and a pair of mules and a leopard bag to kind of spice it up, add different sort of twist. I don't think anyone would normally pair a leopard bag with this, but I think it just kind of spices it up a little bit, adds a little bit more texture. This is like a pony hair bag, so it has that like texture to it as well as print mixing. The sequins aren't exactly a print, but the design of it kind of looks a little bit with, I think it's flowers on it. So like pairing those together I think is kind of interesting, and I just think it makes for a really fun kind of night out look, and I kind of wish I could go to Vegas right now and wear this outfit. I think it would be oh so apropos for Vegas. This look is kind of like a bunch of trends: crochet, the vest, and the 70s trend, which will be in the next video. This vest I actually just had in a bag to give away, and then I was looking up trends for 2020 and was thinking about doing a video. I was like, oh my gosh, thank God I didn't give that away yet or sell it. So I pulled it out, and I kind of forgot how much I really like this vest. I think it's a very cool piece to kind of just throw on. This outfit is incredibly basic. The basic heat tech turtleneck and then a pair of denim, and throwing on this vest just gave it a whole different vibe. Like, I would have went from basic and modern to like so 70s. And I had a pair of vintage brown flats with a little gold detail in the front that I thought would be kind of a cool addition and just keep it all one kind of tone, and break it up with the denim a little bit. If I had brown corduroys and that were flare, this outfit would be so 70s. It would be super fun. The next trend is polka dots. I don't think polka dots have ever gone anywhere per se. I'm pretty sure they basically always are in style. I'm not a polka dot person. I have a weird love and hate relationship with polka dots. If they're too big, I think they look too clowny and like kind of cheesy. I definitely prefer a smaller polka dot, but I always seem to like look at them when they're in a store. I don't know what it is. I have this strange relationship to polka dots. I feel weird about them, but I still kind of love them at the same time. Saying that, I do have quite a few polka dot pieces in my closet. Starting with this skirt that I love. I just love the look of it. It's done like the ruffling at the very bottom, I think is quite girly. My favorite way to pair it, because it is such a girly kind of skirt, is to pair it with a vintage band tee of some sort. It gives it that like ruggedness. Because there's a little bit of red in the t-shirt, I thought I would pair it with red shoes just to kind of make that pop a little bit. But I kept the bag neutral with the black Coach bag that I have. Just like, I just wanted like a small pop of color, a small complementary sort of accessory to go with the shirt, but nothing to take away or like nothing too poppy. Like, I could have added the red Coach bag that I have, but I just thought that would be way too much red. I don't like too much color. I just like to make a small statement. The next look is a pair of polka dot shorts that I got from H&M last summer that I love. I think they are so comfortable. They're like that like accordion kind of look. They're extremely pleated in like a nylon-y kind of texture, so they're really friggin' breezy and great for the summer. And they're just an easy piece. Like, you can throw it on with a basic tank top. I chose white, or I would do like a black. That or like even a crop top. They go up so high, that would look cute because it would just show a little bit. I paired it with a black and white stripy shoe. Again, like print mixing, but because they're both in neutrals, it's not taking too much away. It's not speaking too loud. It's kind of like calmly being chaotic, which is kind of cool, which is something that I like. And then I paired the red bag. Another thing that I do that I kind of hate is black and white polka dots and red accessories. I see it all of the time. It's always a pairing. Somehow I always do it, but in theory, I don't love it, but somehow I keep doing it. But the red bag kind of works with this. It adds, again, like a texture to the whole outfit. It kind of just changes things up a little bit and adds a pop of color, which is nice, especially in the summer when it's, you know, bright out and you want to just like feel bright and warm. The puff sleeve trend is probably one of my all-time favorites. I love a good statement sleeve. I think it's so fun, and you can wear the most basic of items and the puff sleeve will just do all the speaking. It's great. I love, 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 love this trend. I've worn it in two ways. One is this dress that you've probably already seen. I paired it with a pair of combat boots, again to like, you know, add that ruggedness to the girlier sort of vibe of the dress. And then I added in my thrifted pearly bag. It's another like girly item, but the combat boots are really adding that like grunginess that I like. And then the second look is a much more subtle kind of sleeve. It's this really beautiful green color, very Reformation vibes, this top, but at a fraction of the cost. I got it at H&M recently. They might actually still have it, so if I can, obviously anything that I can link will be linked in the description. Again, I paired it with white jeans. It's just really crispy. It makes that green color really pop, which I am really digging. Very into that. I paired it with these velvety pink, soft like baby pink, basically my skin color. But for the nude shoe people, soft pink is kind of my realm. They're a velvety texture, which I think is really interesting. Again, add some texture to your outfit. And I added a straw bag just to give it that like summery, off to like grab flowers at the market sort of look. But yeah, that's like the more subtle version of the sleeve. It's just a small little like poof. And then the other dress is definitely like much more dramatic, much more of a sleeve, way more in your face about it, which I'm really into. The next trend, the last trend that I'm going to talk about, is this like tropical, it's kind of like a mix of like earthy, tropical, I don't know, that kind of look, very like resort, but for the street. The first look is this skirt that I actually picked up at Value Village a couple of years ago that I love. It's so cool. It's this little like wrap skirt. I initially picked it up for vacation, was to wear it on a beach vacation of some sort because it makes the most sense. It's like a wrap, you kind of wear it to the pool over your bathing suit. It's that tropical vibe. You can like really get away with the kind of overly dramatic print. It's not something that you would just kind of wear in the city in the summer, although I would, but a lot of people wouldn't. So I definitely picked that up with like a resort kind of vacay in mind. So I'm kind of stoked that resort wear is decided to be a street style trend. Again, something like this that's like very in your face. I paired it with a black tank top, kept it really subtle, and I somehow have these very cool multicolored shoes. I found those at Value Village and I love them so much. They're so comfortable and they pick up every single color that's in that skirt, so it pairs so well. It looks so fun. This is one of my favorite outfits ever and I'm definitely probably gonna rock this summer, so stay tuned. Definitely more this summer look than like spring. And then of course paired it with a straw bag because summer, it's all the textures that you want to be wearing. You want to be wearing your basket to the park and like have a picnic. This skirt I got on like a mega sale. It was like $5 at Forever 21 or something a year ago, and I bought it again with like vacation in mind. And I don't even know if I've worn it. I think I wore it once on vacation, but I don't know. I'm excited again that the tropics are a trend because pairing this with like an oversized blue sweater like I did, and the trick of course is to tuck it into your bra so it doesn't look too bulky. Don't tuck it into the actual waist, it'll make you kind of look like you ate too much. So tuck it into your bra. I have a fashion hacks video coming, stay tuned. And I decided to wear something a little bit more unpredictable, which was to pair it with purple, like my lavender purple Tevas. Don't ask me why, but I just thought that this was really interesting and I thought it was like very street style. It's not something I would normally have paired. I don't think I would have ever thought of this, and then they kind of just like fell out as I was grabbing another sandal and I was like, yeah, that could look kind of cool. And I love this look. Like I want to wear this look right now. I wish it was spring tomorrow. And then I paired it with a more basic bag just to like tone it down a little bit. There's a little bit of black in the skirt, even though a lot of people don't wear black and blue. I think it works, and it definitely works in this case. It's very case by case. It doesn't always work, but when it does, it works really well, and I think it works in this case. And this outfit is just so bright and fun, and it makes me feel like very springy. Another item that was gonna go, I think we all own these pants. If you bought them at H&M, they were like the thing. These palm leaf pants. Like I couldn't go out on the street without one other person wearing them when they came out. It was such a big trend. And as I said, trends always get recycled, so here we are seeing those palm leaf pants come out again. So I'm really glad I didn't give those away. And I kind of wanted to make this one a little bit more work appropriate. So if you work in like a creative setting, PR agency, an ad agency, I think you could get away with this at work. So I paired the culottes with a tank top and a blazer on top, a more structured bag, and a heeled sandal, a woven heeled sandal, coming to a accessories video near you. Just to kind of like add a more polished look. It definitely is like very work appropriate, but also I'm super fun, feeling the summer, feeling good, got my tan, and I'm really glad I didn't give those pants away. They're definitely going to get their money's worth, even though they were very inexpensive. So again, not all trends and things that you see on the runway have to be pricey. I wonder if H&M will come out with those pants again. Maybe they'll reprint them this year because they were a hot sell and everybody had them. Alright, that was part 1 of this series, Spring Summer 2020 Trends. Let me know in the comments down below what trend you're looking forward to the most. And don't forget to subscribe down below, hit the like button if you like this video, stay tuned for part 2 and 3, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!